The city of Houston is cracking down on crime through surveillance cameras. The city has a new ordinance requiring businesses that tend to attract crime, like bars and convenience stores, to install cameras. They have to record 24 hours a day, and the businesses have to provide video to police if requested or pay a fine. Joining us now to talk about the new ordinance is Abbie Kamin. She's a member of the Houston City Council and serves as chair of the Public Safety and Homeland Security Committee. Good morning, and thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning, Adrienne. Thanks for having me.
You know, it's interesting. It's been like a week or two where we've seen these stories involving surveillance video and whether people should have to provide that kind of video to police. What was the initial, I guess, the straw that broke the camel's back moment where this was enforced?
And we should start out by saying that this ordinance is not about surveillance. This ordinance is about responding to crimes being committed overwhelmingly on a few certain types of properties and allowing HPD to respond to those crimes and hopefully deter crime. But as I mentioned, statistically, these locations have the highest rates of violent crime in our city. In fact, in 2021, HPD responded to over 10,000 crimes at these locations. Those are nightclubs and bars, sexually oriented businesses, convenience stores, and game rooms. Houston is no different from all other major cities in dealing with violent crime right now, but Houston, I'm proud to say, under the leadership of Mayor Turner, is combating it head on, but also holistically.
What kinds of crimes were of most concern in those particular areas?
Yeah, so again, we're looking at categories of violent crimes. I think that a large majority of that includes not only homicides, aggravated assaults, things of that nature. And I think any conversation around violent crime, we also need to be talking about gun violence. A majority of crimes that are deemed violent under law are being committed with guns. And we live in a state that is, our governor has touted that Texas is a Second Amendment sanctuary state. So that has left cities to fend for themselves and do everything that we can on the ground despite that.
One Safe Houston, talk about that.
One Safe Houston is now up to a $52 million investment in combating violent crime, again, holistically. Over $20 million has gone into efforts like crisis diversion, mental health resources, reentry programs, but at the same time ensuring that law enforcement has all the tools that they need to address this issue head on.
And clearly, just having a camera present where people know that it's operating is a deterrent for crime. That's what it has historically been. But getting the word out would be really, really important. Are the Houston businesses and bars and I'm guessing strip clubs and all the other businesses that are in those areas where you've seen more crime, what has been their response to this?
So, and if we rewind for a second, Adrienne, in 2008, we actually passed an initial ordinance that mirrored similar language, focusing on convenience stores, requiring them to have cameras inside their establishments. And there was overwhelming support by the industry for that. There were stakeholder meetings prior to this coming before committee and a vote at council. Overwhelmingly, our businesses want to do the right thing. We appreciate their partnership. I do recognize the additional cost, right, to business to implement this. But again, the majority of these businesses don't want these activities taking place on their properties, in their parking lots, or on the streets outside of their properties. It's critically important, the deterrent factor that you mentioned. We've added in for convenience stores as well, additional lighting requirements to add additional safety. So we hope with that plus signage that businesses are going to be required to put up, that's also going to help deter.
And the business owners are with it, again, like they were in 2008?
I would say overwhelmingly the majority of businesses are. I think the critical important thing is to be in communication with businesses, to make sure they know what the rules are, to make sure that they have the support that they need to be able to comply with this.
Right, and hopefully make it a lot safer for them, for their customers, and everyone else in the community. Thank you for joining us, Abbie Kamin.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.